Hey everyone, Stones here coming at you with part 2, the second video from this past weekend. This time with everything that I got from the electronics recycling event that I was a part of on Saturday. My last video was covering everything that I bought at yard sales, garage sales, and estate sales on Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. And then this is everything that I got from the electronics recycling event that was on Saturday. It was a 4-hour event. And if you haven't watched any of my past videos, I am connected to a local electronics recycling company. The owner is a good friend of mine, and he holds these events throughout the summer months. Every Saturday, 3 to 4 hours in conjunction with a certain city or township. And literally we create a pop-up recycling center, a drive-through center where people can literally drive through with any of their electronics to be dropped off to be recycled. So anything that takes a battery or a power cord is what I tell people what they can drop off. So for my time, for me helping out and running these electronic recycling events for 3 to 4 hours, I'm allowed to take anything and everything that I see fit. Anything that I see that I want, that I think that it has value, anything that I think could be resold. And this is what I came away with this Saturday. This city that we held this in, we did it for the first time last year. It was a crazy turnout, and it was even crazier this year. Typically the towns, when we go into them, it either happens one of two different ways. Either no one shows up, or we're overwhelmed with the number of people who showed up. And this is one of the towns that it was overwhelming. It was constant cars driving through nonstop. But it was worth it, and here's why. So first of all, I wanted to show something that I forgot in my last video. I actually picked this up at a yard sale. I actually got this for free because the yard sale was actually somebody from my church, and they recognized me, and this is the only thing that I could find, and I was willing to pay for it, but they gave it to me for free. This is a Singam Jig, and if you're not familiar with these, the look is very apparent. When you squeeze it, it sings. And these are highly collectible. You know, I lot them up, 2 or 3 can get me about $50. Okay, on to the electronics. So technically that is an electronic because it does take batteries, but didn't get it at the electronics recycling event. So here's everything that I got, starting off with cameras. That is the big thing for this year. I've been trying to pick up every digital camera that I can find. I'm not sure what this means. Typically when they're turned off, the lens, the zoom lens goes back into the camera. So this could be an indication that it is broken, and that's why they donated it. If it's working, if I have a battery, a charger, we're looking at $50 to $75. Watch, this is a Shark watch, looks like about $20, $25. Canon chargers, I'm guessing one of these goes with this camera, definitely not that one because the battery is way too big. But I pick up all accessories for cameras, the chargers, the batteries, anything that I can find, because when this stuff is dropped off, and this is true with almost anything else, the game systems and stuff, you don't get everything a lot of times. You're missing the cable, you're missing the charger, you're missing the battery, whatever. So I throw them in a big bin, and I start going through and I pair things up. You know, eventually I will get that charger, I will get that battery, I'll get whatever, and if not, if it's worth it, I'll invest in it. I'll buy one off of eBay. So chargers, pick those up every time. 2 controllers, one for the original that's wired, the original PlayStation. Unwired, this is a DualShock 2. This is for the PlayStation 2. Kind of disgusting right now, but once I clean it up, it's probably going to work pretty well. Walkmans. Walkmans also sell really well. CD Walkmans, cassette Walkmans, digital Walkmans. These are both digital cassette players. I think I've had this one before, and I think it does really well. But they have some value depending on the model number. iPods, different ones. These typically don't sell really well. These sell okay. What I'm looking for is the old first and second generation. The ones that are thicker, bigger, the bigger displays, that type of thing, those normally sell really well. I don't think I've ever had this one, and this is Sony's version of an iPod. I've never had one of those before. Cables, if they're new in the box, I'll take them. I'll couple them up with something that it would work with. Here's a Garmin watch, a sports watch. I looked this up. It's got the charger. I'm looking at maybe $50 to $75 on that. Two Nintendo DSs. I was surprised to get these. I haven't had a DS all year. I haven't had any handheld game systems all year. Sometimes I get quite a few of them, especially DSs. Sometimes I don't see them at all. This one looks like it has a chip on the hinge, but that's okay. It's free. And then it's funny thing how we get things that are not electronics by any means. Here's an example, some cufflinks. But I can probably get about $20 for those cufflinks. I'll throw them in my box of jewelry that I'm working on. You know, $20 for something like that. Why not, right? Brand new batteries. I throw this in with things that require batteries. Maybe one of these Sony's could use those, and I could include that with them. You know, and I got them for free. Why not? Motorola radio. This is normally like your first responder type radios, firemen, policemen, that type of thing. I got a huge lot of these from a past recycling event this year. I think I got something like 20 some radios, 10 chargers, something like that. So it's funny that I got another one. So here's a toy. Toys we don't see that often, but they are electronics if they take a battery or if they take a power cord. This guy is from the Lost in Space movie way back in the 90s with Mark Wahlberg. And this actually has value. If it works, $30, $40. Xbox 360s, I don't know what else to say about them. It's par for the course. If I don't see at least one Xbox 360 or one Nintendo Wii, which I did not see this time, it's not a good recycling event. It's not a normal recycling event. Audio equipment, brand new sealed stuff. Here's an eye control for GarageBand. I don't know what this is worth. I think I looked up this Pro Tools Firewire Solo system. I think that's worth like $100, something like that. I can't remember. That was some of the first things that I grabbed up. Video game systems again, where I'm starting to see more and more Xbox Ones. Didn't see them at all until last year, where I was finding like broken ones, but I'd never found any ones that were good. And now I'm starting to see people donate their Xbox Ones, probably because they have the new Series X or Series S, and so they're getting rid of the old system. This one's complete in every way. It's the system. It looks like it's in great condition. 2 wireless controllers. The I forgot what these things are called. The Connect, the power supply, the AV cables, even 2 charging cables. I never see the charging cables. I normally have to go out and buy them. And a remote. Most people don't realize that Xboxes all had remotes, even the original Xbox, and most of them they disappear because people lose them. People lose the remotes for their VCRs, for the DVD players. Here we go. I've talked about these many times before. I have never got this many before. This is the printer head for the HP Office Jet Pro Laser Jet Series printers. These pop right out. There's a little hinge, you pop them right out. It seemed like every time I turned around there was another printer from that series to be dropped off, to be recycled, and I had another printer head. All of them have ink except for the one. There was, 8 total? Normally, if I'm lucky, I get 1, maybe 2 on a good recycling day. I've never gotten this many before, and who knows, I might even miss some. So Miscellaneous Electronics, this is an old COS. Basically, it's a multi-splitter. If you want to have multiple headphones coming out of the same audio system, the same stereo system, whatever you're playing your music through, if you want to be able to plug in more than one set of headphones, this is it. Kind of cool, kind of retro. Well, it is retro, very vintage, and it's worth maybe $25, $30, something like that. This is a biofeedback system, made in the USA. I probably won't, oh, there we go. Probably very, very old, but worth maybe $25, $30 on that. And then cameras. I was surprised with this camera. I didn't know what camera was in this bag until I pulled everything out. I thought this was a normal digital video camera. It is, but it's a high-end one. It's a HD, high definition video camera by JVC. Not only that, but they had the gimbal with it. Gimbals are a lot of money. They're expensive. My buddy bought me one for my birthday. I probably could use a second one, but this camera is worth. The last one sold for $250, I think it was. Currently the least, the cheapest priced one right now on eBay is $350, and then I think there's one for $450. So I'm probably gonna go around that $300 price point. If I include the gimbal, which I probably won't, I'll probably keep that for myself. Again, probably $350 for that camera. I was really shocked. Got the charger, got the battery, so I think I'm good to go. And then I've got all these cases. I grabbed these cases because they looked unusual, and unusual is good. Normally when I grab things that are unusual, it pays off. These are multi-angle spectrometers by a company called X-Rite. And I guess what these are is just, they are color analyzers. They are color, I don't know what the word is, but it's to balance the color, I think, in for photography and video and stuff like that. I've got two of these right now on eBay. Someone's listing just this big system, this big part, for $200 for parts, non-working. If it's working, I don't know. With all this extra accessories, I don't know. But at least, what, 200 plus another 200 is $400, probably more with all the accessories, the case, and everything else. I got a couple more here, and this thing here, I don't remember exactly what this is. It's some sort of, oh, here it is. It is a micro Trigloss something or other, some other calibration system. I think the listings on this for this particular model, I think is like $450, $500, something like that. Really crazy. I think I'm getting some of these confused because then I also have this one, and this one's kind of questionable as well. People are selling this, I think, in the $250 or $300 range. I don't quite remember. So there you go. I don't remember the numbers because what ended up happening is I set everything up, and then I was about to record the video, and then some tree cutting company came down the road and started their chainsaws and started cutting things down. So I had to wait a while, and then I forgot what my numbers were. So, but amazing haul for a recycling event. Probably one of the best ones of the year so far. You know, who knows, a couple $1,000s here easily. Oh, I forgot to mention on these. These used to go really well. I used to sell these for about $100 a piece, and the market seems to slow down on them. I haven't sold one yet this year. I've dropped the prices on mine down to, I think, $80 on them, $75, $80, and they still haven't sold. So I don't know what's going on. I have to look into it more, but these used to be a gold mine for me, and it looks like the market's kind of dried up on that. So there you go. There you have it. Everything that I got from Saturday's recycling event. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Take care.